Oh, you want me to? Okay.
All right, here it is. This is the big one. Meaningful choices on gold. Brody Oker on blue. This is the honor match for who is the champion of the night. And historically, over the past month, Meaningful Choices has won this match. Although, before that, for a long time, Brody Oker, or BD Oker, were the champs. Okay, and right off the bat, what does it look like? We've got Brody Oker running berries pretty well. Although now, Brian gets up there to ledge guard and is doing a pretty good job at assassinating those workers. And we have on the left, Gold running the snail as they usually do. Meaningful Choices, known for their snail work. Military snail many times. Oh, poor Gold worker got caught in between two blue warriors down at the bottom there. And BD Oker running berries pretty well. They got 4 in. Brian takes a hit. So, oh, Brian gets hit again. Brian goes down again, and now Brian is on his last life. Meaningful Choices on their last life. So Brian will probably try to keep it safe, play it safe here. Meaningful Choices trying to ledge guard. And also fight off the advances of the other warriors. BD Oker controlling the center of the map. Meaningful Choices trying to run the snail, but not being able to do it because Meaningful Choices trying to run berries up top, but getting taken down by the warriors. Now Brian for Meaningful Choices taking the Iron Maidens, so some more Meaningful Choices soldiers can get in, which they do. And now it looks like there's going to be a giant melee at the bottom left part of the map for who controls the snail and who controls the game. 3-on-3, here we go, 3-on-3, who's going to win this bar fight? Looks like it's pretty even, 2-on-2 now, actually 3-on-2, 3-on-3, 3-on-3. Who can fight better? This is coming down to who can fight better between Meaningful Choices and Brody Oker. And now, two more berries, 3 more berries needed for Brody Oker, and Meaningful Choices moving the snail once again. Brody Oker moving it back. Now Brody Oker in complete control of the snail. But Meaningful Choice is doing a good job at ledge guarding, man. These matches are always very competitive between these two teams. These are the two rivals in the New York City Killer Queen scene. Brian, the gold champion, the gold queen, taking out workers and frustrating Brody Oker. But they only need 3 more berries. And here we go, Sneaky Snail on the left, Sneaky Snail on the bottom left. Sneaky Snail still pushing that snail like a rugby ball. Not out. Oh! And in a skillful move, Hayden from Brody Oker takes out Brian Kang of Meaningful Choices. And it is 1 Brody Oker, Meaningful Choices none. You have to win 4 games. This is the best of 7s. You got to win 4 games to take this one, the honor match. This is the last match of 5v5 Fridays. See who the current champion of New York is. Some intense planning going on, Charles.
So what people might not know about Brody Oker right now is that it's composed of 4 Kakasi brothers.
4 brothers. 4 brothers, 1 team, and they get intense.
And an honorary Kakasi brothers. Yeah. So it's pretty intense.
Very tight knit, very close, very intense. So some intense strategy going on before the match starts.
Well, eventually I'll get a ball mic that anyone can talk. But it's actually.
Okay, so now second match, and Meaningful Choices running berries. BD Oker running berries, and it looks like Meaningful Choices controlling the center of the map, controlling the maidens. It's hard to know who is out in front right now. Both teams doing kind of the same thing, except for not really a ledge guard. Oh, now there is. Now there's a ledge guard from BD Oker. on in gold. Meaningful choices. Meaningful choices. You know, holding it down, taking out one of Mediocre's queens. Nobody really going for the snail. This looks like a pretty much econ military game. This comes down to who can fight better and who can run those berries better. Right now, it kind of looks like meaningful choices. Oh, some amazing in mid-air flights happening right now. Meaningful Choices only needs 3 more berries. Mediocre needs 4. Mediocre stacking the gold hive with warriors. And nullifying them there. Mediocre needs 3 now. Man, it is a race. Now this is a race. Oh! Meaningful Choices clears the hive, and it is completely open. Completely open now. They only need 2 more berries. Mediocre only needs 2 more now, too. Meaningful Choices only needs 1. It is a race to the finish here. The last berry cleared. Not able to get it in. It looks like Brian of Meaningful Choices, as the queen, is really putting his foot down in that hive, making sure that nobody can get in. But, oh, an amazing juke from one of the workers on Meaningful Choices. And they get in, and they get the win. It's tied up, 1 game apiece. Evenly matched teams. Some intense planning and discussion going on both teams. Nobody's too quick to press the start button on these matches. Planning, what could we do better? How can we counter them? That was just an econ race. That was a physical.
That was Chicago.
That was Chicago style physical econ race.
I don't think Chicago ever does 3 warriors and 1 berry runner.
Yeah, who was doing that? Was that Mediocre? Or was that we're doing that at one point?
Well, no, I think Brody Oker had 2 warriors.
Yeah.
We've seen that a couple of times tonight of like 3 warriors and 1 berry runner.
Yeah.
Well, that's how Brody Oker won the first one. But they had 3 warriors and 1 berry runner. And the only job of the berry runner was just to keep things going while Brody Oker held down the snail.
And it looks like they're both doing the same thing again. They're both running berries. 3-3. Both ledge guarding. This is straight up econ, Chicago econ style, proving Chicago's thesis that econ is the most viable way to win Killer Queen matches. The snail looking very lonely at the bottom and not very viable right now.
Looking very unviable.
So here we go. Brian at the top taking out a warrior for Meaningful Choices, and we got a standoff. We got a standoff at the top there between the 2 queens for a second there. And Mediocre now I think taking the lead. Taking the lead. Tied up now. Some great jukes from the workers on the gold team, Meaningful Choices, to juke out the ledge guard. But yeah, this is what the game is. This is running econ, trying to get those berries into that hive, and seeing who can enforce their will. But it looks like right now Meaningful Choices is a little bit in front here because the hive is almost completely open. But they don't have a runner. Oh, they have 2 runners. They have 2 runners now. But now it's shifted just as quickly as that. It's shifted, and Mediocre now has a ton of soldiers up in the hive area. And it's amazing how this game flows sometimes. You know, things shift so quickly, and it does look like a hive. Some great worker juking for Mediocre. Really, really good at Super Mario head bouncing these warriors. It's really incredible. But even so, Meaningful Choice is still ahead on econ right now. Oh, and out of nowhere, Hayden from Mediocre taking it to Brian from Meaningful Choices and winning that exchange. So now Mediocre up game, two games up, and Meaningful Choices 2-1, 2-1 Mediocre.
Casey brothers.
The Casey brothers.
Notorious outlaws. You want to go for one? All right. I'm going to hand it over to Charles.
Okay. So here we go. We're getting into our fourth game of this best of 7. Really impressive between these two teams. I think really showing. Ooh, Brian goes down. The Gold Queen goes down as both teams look like they're moving into again a standard econ game. Neither one wants to push the snail. And that's really a sign of respect. These two teams respect their opponents enough that they don't think that they can hold it. It's too much of a chance. But one of the problems right now is that Brody Oker's hive has basically been completely open for a while, whereas Brody Oker has done an excellent job of keeping a lot of harassment going on around Meaningful Choices hive. Yeah, and it's paid off. I mean, Meaningful Choices is impressive in that they've kept the berry count fairly close. But Brody Oker was just getting almost no pushback for a long time. And there we go. Great jukes again by some Brody Oker berry runners. Really, really good. But some great stuff on Meaningful Choices side as well as 2 berry runners come in. Ooh, but one of them goes down. And this is looking like a brawl. But Brody Oker has the lead. They only need 2. Oh, some amazing running there from a berry run, but it might not matter because there's only one more berry needed for Brody Oker as it comes in and pops in, and there you go. Brody Oker is now going up, and that means that Brody Oker is 1 game away from taking this best of 7. Wow, a huge turnaround. Meaningful Choices has been dominating BD Oker or Brody Oker for the last several weeks. They beat them in this most recent tournament. In fact, to hold on to first place, they beat Brody Oker, and now Brody Oker, something has happened. They have pulled it together here in this honor match, and have pushed Meaningful Choices all the way to the edge. So this is really, really exciting, especially for those of us who have been following the scene for a while. This is the rivalry to end all rivalries here in New York, and it's really exciting to see 2 teams that are this evenly matched, this close. Yeah, really, really quite thrilling. All right, so here we are. Once again, we have Brody Oker at match point. And a completely clear hive for Brody Oker, allowing them to catch up and surpass Meaningful Choices in the berry count. Right now, Brody Oker has a little bit of a stronger military out after a hive clear there by their Queen Hayden. They're running something you don't see very often, which is a speed worker on berries. I think just giving it that ability to juke around all of the defense. That being said, Brody Oker does not have a significant lead over Meaningful Choices. The berries are still very close, and now Hayden has gone down, which means that Brian Kang, the queen of Meaningful Choices on gold, is going to be able to get a much more of a military presence. And Brian's pushing the issue, going and 50-50ing Hayden in his own hive. Yeah, this really is a brawl. Brody Oker doing an excellent job of ledge guarding, yeah, defeating that attempted clear. Yeah, these two ledge guarders are doing an excellent job. A worker gets in, but they had held it down almost to nothing for a while. In the meantime, Abs on gold also doing a great edge guarding job. And here we go, another big military push over not by the blue hive by gold. Gold seems like they want to push Hayden and try to take him out right now. But that gets run off, and once again we have a clear blue hive. Oh, but Hayden goes down again as Brian gets in position to guard. A blue worker gets in, which means that Brody Oker only has 4 more berries before they can take this. Oh, but a blue gold Abs finds Brody Oker's queen, and that means that Meaningful Choices is still in it. It is now 2-3. Meaningful Choices holding off their defeat. Which means that we're moving night map. Means that we're moving on to the night map here in this best of 7. Pretty exciting, very, very exciting. And I think I will now hand things back over to my colleague Jonathan Zungri.
Send it back to the booth. Oh my gosh! Right, to start off the match, Hayden from Mediocre or Brodioker takes down Brian for an easy kill. I can't believe that's insane. But meaningful choices with the Barry lead already. 4-2. Well, no, I'm wrong. 4-4. It's completely tied up. So right now it seems to be that that Brodioker is in a little bit more control. The hive for Brodioker is completely open. Nobody's ledge guarding at the hive, and they're just running berries in. Completely free. And it looks like Meaningful Choices is now trying. Yeah, it looks like Meaningful Choices is trying to get control of that hive, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to. Meaningful Choices catching up in the berries, 5-3. Completely one more berry, and Brodioker takes this honor match. Berry round, and this could be it right here, and that is it. Brodioker has won with an econ victory and taken the glory match, and is now the new champion of New York. A great match between these two rivals. Great match.
Thanks everybody for coming out. That was very thrilling. I hope we'll see you all at Kickstarter next week. Otherwise, we'll be back to 5v5 the week after. Great job, everybody. Round of applause for everyone who came out.
And that concludes the tournament. Thanks everybody for listening or watching. Brodioker wins by beating Meaningful Choices. They are currently the best in New York, but everything is going to be decided next Thursday at Kickstarter. Brodioker is going to be there. Meaningful Choice is going to be there. Beauty and the Beast is going to be there. Kickstarter, last year's champion, and home field advantage belongs to Kickstarter. They're going to be there. They're going to have an all-star team there. Chicago, reportedly the best team in the country, is putting together, or best Killer Queen city in the country, is putting together an all-star team to send down to see if they can beat up on New York City. So we're going to see. We're going to see who's the best Killer Queen team in the world next Thursday.
Good night, everybody.